Good afternoon po. Please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this inquiry? Thank you. Please take your seat.
Okay, thank you so much, everybody. So we'll be allowing the proponent of the privilege speech that was delivered 2 weeks ago. So Congresswoman Ann Matibag, you are recognized.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. To the members of the committee and to the resource persons from the PNP, DILG, and other concerned agencies present here today, I come before you not only as a member of this Congress, but also most especially as a citizen of the Republic of the Philippines to express my utmost concern regarding the current situation in the 1st District of Laguna, City of San Pedro. I presented during my privileged speech at the Session Hall last May 6, 2024, the 4 instances where the breach of public trust was committed by the PNP San Pedro against our constituents. Hindi ako mapapagod na ulit-ulitin ang mga kalabisan na aking naranasan at nakita sa mahal kong bayan ng San Pedro. Kamakailan ay dumalo ako sa pagpupulong dito sa Committee on Public Order and Safety kung saan tinalakay ang Resolution number 1479 na isinusulong ni Deputy Speaker David J.J. Suarez at nasasaad dito ang panawagan ni D.S. Suarez upang siyasatin at imbestigahan ang violence, harassment, intimidation, and other criminal acts na nangyari bago, habang at matapos ang 2023 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataang elections. Tulad ng tinalakay sa nakaraang committee hearing kaugnay ang mga pahayag ng PNP Lucena, maihahambing natin ang karanasan ng mga mamamayan ng Lucena sa mga hindi magagandang pangyayari na dinadanas rin sa San Pedro. Pruweba ang mga ito ng kakulangan sa isang matibay, matatag at pinalakas na pamunuan ng PNP na siyang magtatanggol sa karapatan ng bawat mamamayan at hindi lamang ng para sa iilan. I present to you once again the 4 out of the numerous instances where the lapses of the PNP or its interpretation of its policy are strongly evident. First, during the 2023 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan election, on orders of the Chief of Police, some policemen tried to bring the ballot boxes from Adelina Elementary School to the City Hall instead of rightfully bringing it to San Pedro Elementary School, the COMELEC designated canvassing center. Sa katunayan, ang trabaho ng kapulisan noong nakaraang eleksyon ay hindi ang magdala o mag-deliver ng balota, ngunit ang magbigay ng security sa COMELEC at DepEd personnel. On a personal note, I myself experienced the arbitrary discretion of our Chief of Police during the GSIS Fiesta celebration. The COP pulled out and recalled the policemen on patrol duty in their area of responsibility who were providing security and crowd control during the said festivity. This is unbecoming, most especially as I, a congresswoman, was present and was acting on official duty and engagement with our constituents. Sa gitna ng karamihan ng tao at kung saan ako ay dumadalo bilang kinatawan ng Kongreso, noong pa tinanggal ang patrolmen na siyang nagbabantay ng kasiguridad at kaayusan sa fiesta celebration. The third instance happened on December 15, 2023 during the scheduled ABC elections as instructed by the Liga ng mga Barangay National Chapter. Police officers armed with high-caliber firearms cordoned and locked the session hall of the Sangguniang Panlunsod of the City of San Pedro. This prohibited the entry of elected punong barangays from conducting their scheduled meeting where the election of the ABC officers will take place. Sino naman po ang nasa tamang kaisipan ang gagawa ng gantong klase ng paglalabag at paggalang sa mga elected officials ng ating bayan? Ang mga hinalal ng bayan ay hindi dapat pigilan sa kanilang magampanan ng kanilang tungkulin. Hindi makatarungan, hindi patas at hindi makatao. Dagdag pa rito, ipinakita ng mga kapulisan ang kanilang pagmamalabis nang sinubukan nilang arestuhin ang isang tao na nakapaglagak na ng piyansa. Dumating ang mahigit kumulang 30 policemen armado ng malalakas na kalibre ng baril at SWAT equipments at kotse, kasama ang social media teams at City Public Information Officers sa pangunguna na naman ng hepe ng pulis ng San Pedro. Sinubukan nilang takutin at arestuhin ang isang elected barangay kapitan sa katauhan ni Kapitan Eugenio Inion Jr. sa kabila ng kanyang pag-comply ng bail requirements. Isang injustice ang naganap sa harap ng tahanan ni Kapitan Inion. Nasaan ang katarungan? Sino nga ba ang pinagsisilbihan ng kapulisan ng San Pedro? Imbes na magbigay ng kapanatagan, ang ating kapulisan ng San Pedro City, ang liderato nito ay nagdudulot ng kaguluhan, pananakot at masamang imahe ng kapulisan sa mga nakakakita ng kanilang buktod na operasyon. In multiple occasions, we have relayed this information to the Regional Director and Provincial Director of the Philippine National Police. However, the lack of response, investigation, and action on these grave matters led me to this very day. Alam ko ang proseso. Alam ko kung saan dapat unang idulog ang panawagan ng bayan ng San Pedro ukol sa aming kapulisan. Ngunit ako ay hindi pinakinggan, so saan pa ba ako pupunta at hihingi ng tulong kung di sa mababang kapulungan, kung saan ang bawat boses ay pakikinggan at bibigyan ng karampatang aksyon. Bilang isang nanay, isang babae, katakot-takot ang mga pangyayaring ito, so nasaan na ang seguridad na siyang dapat maramdaman ng mamayan ng tulong ng ating kapulisan? Hindi ko lubos maisip na sa loob mismo ng aming village ay mangyayari ang ganitong klaseng harassment at intimidation. Kaisa po ang representasyon nito sa panawagan na muling bisitahin ang Philippine National Police Act upang mabigyan ng tunay na kahulugan ang intensyon ng batas na ito para mabuwag ang private armies ng mga politiko. Ubusin ang mga tiwaling miyembro ng kapulisan at baguhin ang masamang imahe ng ating pambansang pulisya. Bilang kinatawan ng San Pedro sa Kongreso, lalo't higit bilang Lagunanay na ang tanging tungkulin ay tiyakin ng kapakanan, katiwasayan at kaligtasan ng bawat mamayan, nais kong magkaroon ng malinaw na pulisiya upang hindi na maulit ang mga pangyayari sa bayan ng San Pedro, sa bayan ng Lucena at sa bawat panig ng bansang Pilipinas. Nawa ay maging instrumento ang lahat ng ito upang ating makamtan ang kapayapaan patungo sa bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Congresswoman Ann Matibag. So kanina po para may nadinig ako na no actions were taken by the Provincial Director and the Regional Director. Have you have submitted to them the complaints that
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So can you reply on this, RD and PD? No action taken?
Your Honor, upon receipt of the letter of Congresswoman Matibag addressed to the Chief PNP, dinirect po kaagad natin yung R7 natin na mag-conduct ng investigation and also the Provincial Director, Your Honor.
So merong what happened to the investigation?
Nasa stage na po ng pre-charge, Your Honor.
Pre-charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Congressman Matibag, you want to
Mr.
express some
Chair,
questions?
following the direction from our RD, I believe RD na yung R7 ay meron ng recommendation para sa sitwasyong ito because alam nyo, Mr. Chair, and to the committee members, I've already tackled this with the former Chief PNP Acorda. So, Chief PNP Acorda make an action about this situation, and actually, we are aware that R7 already reported it to the Regional Director. However, upon that, is it correct, RD, that you received the recommendatory action of the R7?
Andito po yung R7 natin. Maybe he can enlighten us.
Okay, we'll be asking the R7 to take his seat. We are talking about here, Congressman Matibag.
But Mr. Chair, I
yes.
was asking RD if he was able to receive the recommendatory action submitted by the R7. So you could actually answer my question and not relate it to the R7 officer.
RD, please directly answer the query of Congresswoman Matibag.
Your Honor, there was a recommendation for pre-charge and I immediately approved for the conduct of pre-charge investigation, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, what do you mean by pre-charge?
RD, please explain.
Your Honor, a pre-charge investigation is the preliminary investigation or examination and evaluation of the complaint for the purpose of determining the existence or non-existence of probable cause, Your Honor.
So in other words, parang sila
po yung
piskal, ano?
complaint, Your Honor.
Parang piskal.
Mr. Chair, to our RD, did you receive the R7 report? Yes or no? Yun lang muna, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Your Honor. The R7 that time recommended that a pre-charge investigation be initiated, which I immediately approve, Your Honor. Kaya nga po, ang sagot ko po kanina is ongoing po yung pre-charge investigation because I approve the recommendation of the R7.
Mr. Chair,
So in other words, if I may, Congresswoman Matibag. So are we talking about what issue? Yung issue nung do you have like 3 issues that you mentioned in your privilege speech, correct, Congresswoman?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
The first issue is about yung sa ano yung reprimand of the security no, yun yung first. And second is issuance of the
warrant of arrest to the Barangay
And the third?
Kapitan. We have the what happened in
police
the
resources.
Sangguniang.
So are these are all the complaints that you have lodged to the regional director?
Yes, Mr.
All right.
Chair.
So go ahead, Congressman Matibag.
So is it not correct, Mr. Chair, to our RD that upon receiving the report from the R7, you submitted it to the police director?
No, Your Honor. Ibabalik po ito sa R7 para mag-conduct po sila ng pre-charge investigation, Your Honor. However, the provincial I also directed the provincial director to conduct their own investigation, Your Honor, because I have the provincial director who oversee yung mga chief of police, Your Honor.
So RD, Mr. Chair, so ang RD, hindi niya binigay sa PD. Kapag nung nasa RD na yung investigation from the R7. I just want to clear on that matter, Mr. Chair. Kumbaga, Mr. Chair, nahawakan ba ng PD yung recommendation ng R7?
No, Your Honor. Because it's the R7 who will conduct the pre-charge investigation, Your Honor.
Okay, so
At the regional level.
So, Mr. Chair, what is the status now of the pre-charge submitted by the R7?
Your Honor, the R7 is here to explain to us kung saan na po sila banda, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Chair, we can
Yes, sir.
hear it from the R7.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Acop, will you allow the interjection of Congressman Acop?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead, Congressman Acop.
may I request the R7 to brief us also when the time that they received the complaint and the time they started their investigation para makita natin yung time frame. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you. Good suggestion from Chairman Acop. R7, can you kindly tell us the whole story, the time element that was involved, and also what's the status of the case already filed on your office? Please state your name and your
Sir,
Consciousness.
I'm Police Magistrate Mayuga Araha, the officer in charge of the regional investigation and Detective Management Division or the R7.
Police
po. Mayuga Araha po.
Mayuga Raha.
Apo, middle name po yung Mayuga, sir. Araha po yung...
Go ahead.
Sir, upon receipt po ng letter complaint po ni Sir Attorney Melvin Matibag on April 5, 2024, we conducted validation, sir. And that,
When did you receive that? April 5, 2024? Or
yung letter po, April 5, 2024, sir.
kailan mo siya na-receive?
Yun nga po, sir, April 5.
April 5 din. Okay.
Then, on April, after the conduct of validation, sir, on April 21, we submitted the result of our investigation and recommending the conduct of pre-charge investigation against personnel of San Pedro CCPS, and it was approved, sir, by our Sir Regional Director, sir. And the instruction, sir, of our Regional Director is to conduct pre-charge investigation, sir, against those personnel involved, sir. And as of now, sir, bali, sir, pina-explain po namin sila, sir. Then, tinaray namin, sir, na i-contact si Sir Attorney Matibag, sir, for him to lodge a formal complaint, sir, dahil siya po yung sumulat. Subalit, to lodge a complaint and para po mag-fill up po ng non-forum shopping form. And due to unavailability po ni Sir Matibag, sir, after several po namin, unavailable po siya. Kaya po ang action take po namin, sir, dahil nga po may time frame po kami, sir. Our office serve as a nominal complainant na, sir, para po dun sa complaint po ni Sir Attorney Matibag. And as of now, sir, the respondents answered or submitted their respective counter affidavit, sir, and respective counter affidavit, sir, last May 22, sir. May 26 pala, sir. The deadline po ng kanila pong submission po ng counter affidavit, sir.
Colonel Araha?
Yes, sir.
May 26 nag-submit ng counter affidavit. Sino? Sila, yung mga respondents?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you kindly give us the submitted counter affidavits? You haven't submitted yet to us yung mga copies that hawak ninyo because I don't have any details of
Chair.
anything.
I
Yes,
would also
Congresswoman,
like to
Matibag.
request the copy of the R7 report given by the R7 to the RD. And Mr. Chair, I want to ask the R7, what were the efforts made, that you were able to contact, or you could say that the Attorney Melvin Matibag is unavailable from April 5 to May 26, 2028, 2024?
I'm sorry, ma'am. From May 7 to April 15 po, ma'am, we sent a letter through his official
May
email
7
address.
to April 15. Mali yata yun, iho eh.
May 7, sir. May 7, May 8, sir. And a letter request through via LBC, sir, sa official address po ni Sir Matibag on May 15, sir.
April.
May,
You
sir.
have to-
May
you have to
7,
clarify
May 8, sir.
your words, ha? Baka dyan kayo
Yes,
madali. So, May 7, May 8, and May 15,
Yung po yung nag-reach out po kami, sir, kay Sir Attorney Matibag, sir.
I think sige, Congressman Paduano, andito siya na.
With the indulgence of Congressman Matibag. Anyway, yung first na pag-receive niyo ng complaint is April 5. Tama?
Yes, sir. April 5 po.
Pero nagpadala kayo ng ano, is already May 7.
Bali sir, yung next procedure po namin ginawa sir after receiving the letter from the DIDM, letter of Attorney Matibag sir is to conduct validation.
Huwag ka muna mag-explain
Yes, sir.
kung paano nyo ginawa. Ang tinatanong ko lang yung timeline.
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
So, April 5.
Yes, sir, April 5.
Then, next communication was from your office. Kasi tinatanong ni Rep Matibag is, what have you done or what is your effort?
Our effort, sir, we conducted validation on the complaint, sir.
Tinatanong ko nga, timeline, mga validation naman sagot mo.
Yes, sir.
Ang sinasabi ko, April 5. Okay, what have you done? Kasi next mo is May 7 na. That's almost a month.
Yes, sir.
Di ba?
Mr. Chair,
Okay,
para maliwanagan.
before, okay na, si Congressman ako, please.
Yes, kasi ang proseso po nila, pag naka-receive ng letter complaint, it is subjected to validation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ganun po ang nangyayari. Now, from their validation, titignan kung may parang cause na mag-conduct ng investigasyon.
Yes, sir.
So, ang susunod po doon ay pre-charge investigation.
Yes, sir.
So, yun po yung, I think that is the status now.
Yes, sir.
Kasi sinasabi nyo, hindi nag-appear si Attorney Melvin Matibag para subscribe in sworn to niya yung kanyang reklamo.
Yes,
Tama?
sir. Opo, yung po
So,
formal complaint po.
But because of the absence of the complainant, kayo ang naging nominal complainant. Pwede
Yes, sir.
talaga yun,
Yes, sir.
yung PNP.
Yes, sir.
Tama.
Tama po, sir.
So, tinuloy nyo yung investigasyon.
Yes, sir. Opo.
Yes, so yun ang tanong ngayon. Ano yung status ng investigasyon na yun? Ganun po ang proseso.
Okay, so before I recognize Congressman Paduano, so at least naklaro, no? Kasi kanina parang naguguluhan ako and now it has been clarified that kayo na yung naging complainant instead na si Attorney Melvin Matibag.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yung klaro yun. Sige, go ahead.
Balikan ko lang muna yung tanong ko. Actually, yun yung process na in-explain, di ba, ni Chairman Acop na kinonfirm, no?
Yes, sir.
Tama.
Opo.
Ang tinatanong kasi is, what is your effort? Kasi may accusation kayo na hindi sumakot si Atty. Matibag. Di ba? Kaya ngayon, nominal complainant kayo, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Anong effort nyo? Kasi, alam mo naman, magkaiba yon. Yung original complaint, which is Atty. Matibag, at saka naging nominal. Ang tanong ko pa nga, kailan kayo nag-pre-charge? Nag-start?
Nag-start po kami, sir, ay
21.
May 15, sir.
May 15.
Yes, sir.
More than a month after the first the date you received the complaint, tama?
Yes, sir.
More
Kasi
than
po,
a month, di ba?
Nag-conduct pa po kami, sir,
1
ng
month.
validation. Yes, sir.
1 month and 10 days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, before at saka nag-pre-charge kayo.
Yes, sir.
Ang tanong ngayon, anong ginawa nyo? Hindi yung investigation, ha?
Apo.
Your effort to reach out Atty. Matibag. Yun yung tanong ni ano eh.
Yes, sir.
Ni Rep. Matibag eh.
Sir, nagpadala po kami, sir, ng sulat via LBC, sir, sa official address po ni Sir Atty. Matibag, sir.
When?
May 15, sir. May 15, sir. The request.
That was the first letter.
No, sir.
May 7,
Email,
may 8,
sir.
May 15. Ay, dali. Kung ika-clarify ko lang para to answer yung ano. Kung totoo ito sinasabi mo, ha? May 7,
May 7,
May
sir.
8, and May 15. Is that correct? And the two communication, May 7 and May 8, hindi LBC.
May 13 pala, sir, yung LBC, sir. May 13.
Sige, go ahead.
Kahit na, basta Mayo. May.
Opo, sir.
From April 5, almost 1 month, to be exact, and 2 days, saka kayo nag-communicate.
Sir, we deploy our detective, sir, nung matanggap namin, sir, nung April 21, sir.
Ang gulo.
Or
April 5,
sir.
ko, you received the complaint April 5.
April 5, sir.
Tapos, nag-communicate kayo kay Atty. Matibag, May 7 na.
Nag-communicate po kami, sir, kay Sir Matibag, sir. May 7, sir.
Yun nga eh, more than a
Yes, sir.
month.
Mr.
And 2
Chair,
days.
I want to
Bakit
interject.
ganun katagal?
Hindi ko lang, sir, matandaan yun, sir, yung date, sir. Pero our detective personnel, sir.
Iyo, sandali, matatandaan mo yun kasi may record kayo dapat.
Yes, sir.
Di ba? Pangalawa, pag tinanong kita, kasi May 7 lang ang hawak-hawak mo. Yung first communication was May 7 to LBC, di ba? Tama? First letter mo.
First letter, sir, 7, sir.
Oh,
May
7.
7. Yes, sir.
Then,
May 8, sir.
8, then,
May 13, sir.
13. Submit to this committee yung proof that indeed you have delivered that such communication to Atty. Matibag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kaya niyo ba?
Yes, sir.
Within the day.
Di ba ka naman meron kayo
Yes, sir. May...
report that you are holding it? Can you kindly submit to us para at least may copy rin kami dito? Meron pa kayong extra copy? May kopya ba tayo ng ganyan, Comsec? Wala kayong kopya na binigay sa amin. You should have given us ahead of time so we can read the issues, no? Anyway, sige, go
Mr.
ahead.
Chair.
Congressman,
Ako lang,
will you allow?
Yes, yes,
kasi he's leaving. Sige, go ahead, Congressman Paduano.
pakisabot lang po yung proof na indeed nagpadala kayo ng communication with Atty. Matibag, whether residence, office, o whatever.
Yes, sir.
Submit niyo ha.
Yes, sir.
Kung LBC yan, submit niyo.
Tsaka po yung email, sir. Yung screenshot, sir. In-email po namin, sir, doon sa email address po ni Sir Matibag.
Kasi, pero for the records, that was May 7 and you received the complaint April 5.
Yes,
So
sir.
more than a month.
Yes,
Tama?
sir. Yes, sir.
Ba't ganun katagal? Last ko na yung tanong, ba't ganun katagal?
Sir, during May 5, sir, nag-conduct po muna kami, sir, ng validation, sir.
Hindi, May 5, April 5.
April 5, sir.
Oh.
We conducted validation, sir. Tama po yung kinonsur ni Sir Akop kanina, sir. April 5, sir, after na-receive namin yung complaint, sir, nag-conduct po kami, sir, ng validation. And the result of validation, sir, ay May 4, sir. May 4. Pinasa na po namin kay Chief PNP po yung result of validation, sir, at action taken.
Ano yung 21?
Apo, sir.
Is the April 21 is the nag-conduct kayo ng investigation?
Opo, sir, April 21, may result na po yung aming validation.
Ng validation.
Opo, sir.
Para doon sa pre-investigation.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Sige, medyo nakukuha ko na. So, and then, you communicated with Attorney Melvin Matibag nung May 7, May 8, and May 13.
Yes, sir. Opo.
Were you able to get a reply?
Wala, sir.
I think the good, andito si Congresswoman Ann Matibag.
Yes, Mr. Chair, but before that, I want to stress lang po, from the dates given by the R7, they started sending communication May 7. But I just want to stress lang po, if this would help the committee, I delivered my privileged speech May 6, 2024. So, I just want to propound on that lang, Mr. Chair. And Mr. Chair, since they've been mentioning Attorney Melvin Matibag, Mr. Chair, may we request that Attorney Melvin Matibag be the resource person and the lawyer of Kapitan Junior Neon actually be invited here in the body?
Actually, dito si Attorney Melvin Matibag eh.
Yes,
If the
yes,
body
yes.
will allow if the body will allow Attorney Matibag to speak on this issue, then we will. Any motion for that?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman Akop.
since the name of Attorney Melvin Matibag was mentioned by one of our resource persons, and he can testify insofar as the truthfulness of the allegations of one of our resource persons, I move that Attorney Melvin Matibag be allowed
Okay,
to
so
sit as one of our resource persons also. So move, Mr. Chair.
so there's a motion and
Second, Mr. Chair.
second the motion, no objection. So we will be allowing Attorney Melvin Matibag to sit and be a part of the resource speaker on today's hearing. Okay, so siguro ang question na muna natin na we need to answer is that they have communicated.
Yes,
You
sir.
have communicated with Attorney Melvin Matibag. And, okay. So, can you take the oath of Attorney Melvin Matibag, please?
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this inquiry?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, yun a question that you need to be clarified, no? So, you have communicated with Attorney Melvin Matibag on May 7, May 8, and May 13. So, we will be allowing the resource speaker, Attorney Melvin Matibag, to answer this medyo malabong issue. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and the honorable members of the committee and all the guests in this hearing. And thank you for making me part of this inquiry. Well, paulit-ulit pong binanggit yung pangalan ko. Well, it's true that it was me who lodged a complaint. It was a letter, formal letter addressed to the former chief, PNP chief, Benamin Acorda. And it was forwarded to the region by the aid of former Chief PNP Acorda by the name of General Alhambra. And all the documents was forwarded to them, including pictures and evidence to substantiate our complaint. While it's true that there are letters that was sent to me, there was an investigation done to me. There are police officers who went to me, scheduled a meeting to me, and I can mention the names. PLT de Guzman and PLT Balcueva and Bangibang. Medyo naging magulo po yan, Mr. Chair, kasi ang explanation sa akin, it was initially referred to the region, the RIMD, the R7 that they're repairing. Apparently, this one is hearsay, but I just don't want to mention the names of those who mentioned to me that the initial recommendation of R7 to the Honorable Regional Director is to transfer the Chief of Police because of the complaint. So siguro yung pong sinasabi kaninang walang action kay RD, ganun po yung nangyari talaga. So na-interview po ako, hindi lang isang beses, 3 beses po. Hanggang sa bumalik na po ulit sila nung nagko-committee hearing na, nung nag-privilege speech na si Congresswoman na talagang nagko-committee hearing, hindi ko na po sila in-entertain dahil ilang beses nang nag-usap. I even received a telephone call from a known number na nagpapakilalang taga-R7. But of course, I hope you understand, at that time, medyo nag-iingat na po ako makipag-usap because of the security reasons. We know what happened pagka medyo tungkol po sa kapulisan. So nangyari po, before pa nag-privilege speech si Congresswoman, nakausap pa po namin ang provincial director on the matter at dinala po sa amin for the first time nakaharap namin ang hepe ng pulis para idulog po namin yung aming mga problema na ang naging salita pa nga po ng provincial director ni PD1 say kung ako lang, this is beyond me, si RD ang pwedeng makasagot dito. And to our surprise, sa haba na ng pakiusap at pakikipagtalo na kung maaari, baka naman pwede acting yung Chief of Police, mailipat muna dahil meron na nga kaming mga, kaya nga po kayo sumulat, I want to protect my wife dun sa nangyayari, na baka maaaring ilipat. Pero to no avail, may mga binabanggit pa pong mga politiko na matataas na hindi daw pwedeng galawin. And also to my surprise, ang sinasabi, the report of the R7 fell in the deaf ears because the CRS, the Secretary of the Regional Director, is the wife of the Chief of Police of San Pedro. Kaya po ganun yung pangyayari. And in fact, even before this hearing, they were asking for a meeting na hindi na nga po kami nakipag-meeting dahil better na dito na lang mapakinggan dahil dun sa mga nakikita namin na series of harassment at ang sinasabi pa ng Chief of Police na ang kinikilala lang niyang amo ay ang City Mayor ng San Pedro. So, ganun po yung pangyayari na nangyari. Kaya nakarating po tayo rito. And I'm glad that they mentioned my name. I was able to explain what really happened at kung ano nangyari. So, meron pong notice talagang dumating. I will admit that. Pero, nung dumating po yung notice sa akin, tapos na po yung scheduled date ng investigation. Nakalagay po doon, May 15 yata or May 16. Pero kinabukasan na po dumating yung notice. At nakita ko nga po na pinaandar lang nila to nung nagkakaroon na po ng investigation dito.
So,
Opo, after the privilege speech po.
so in other words, merong initial recommendation ang R7? Is that what the...
Mr. Chair, before
yes.
niyo po ano yan, I have a copy of the invitation of the regional director to all those who are attending this committee hearing para mag-meeting sila kahapon. And I have reports kung ano yung mga pinag-meetingan nila. And to quote, kung magsisinungaling tayo, magsinungaling na tayo ng buo. Kung magsasabi tayo totoo, magsabi na tayo ng totoo. Ganun po mga salita.
Oo. There's this manifestation or allegation by attorney, our resource speaker. Will you want to answer or reply on that? RD?
Mr. Chair, before po
Yes.
Meron po akong hawak na unsigned report Nakakuha po ako. So, just a warning before sila magkaisa-isa. Somebody from the inside also worried about our safety.
Okay, Regional Director, this is a serious allegation that need to be substantiated by the resource speaker as well, but we wanted to hear from you, directly from you, if this really transpired. Remember, you are all under oath, so try to be refined with your answers. Go ahead, Regional Director Lucas.
Thank you, Your Honor. First, I don't remember signing or reading a recommendation from R7 recommending for the relief of the Chief of Police of San Pedro, Your Honor. And meron po kaming pinadalang memo sa office ni Chief PNP with regards po doon sa letter ni Attorney Matibag, Your Honor, kasi doon po nila pinadala yung sulat nila. So doon din po kami sumulat kung ano yung recommendation namin. Ang recommendation namin po doon, Your Honor, is to initiate a pre-charge investigation, Your Honor. And nakita nyo naman, we acted as the nominal complainant. Di naman namin pinabayaan yung kaso, Your Honor. We still continue, despite the fact na nagkaroon ng...
Pero RD, yung bang... I'm sorry to cut you off, yung sa mga ganyang klase ng mga serious accusations, no? At nagko-conduct na kayo ng pre-charge investigation. Gaano katagal yung proseso bago kayo makapag-decide on that?
Your Honor, sa pre-charge po is 33 days. Ang total po nito is 103 days po, Your Honor,
So,
until
33
the decision.
Okay, 33 days from the time of filing the complaint by the regional director, by the regional office. Yung nominal na kasi kayo na yung nominal complainant, di ba? When did you file the
Yes, Your Honor.
when did you file the complaint?
Noong May 15, Your Honor.
So May 15.
Opo.
So in other words, it will take you another 15 days. Kasi 33 days, di ba? Tama ba? O more or less ganung time para for you to decide? Ganun ba yan? O 103 days?
We are inaantay lang po natin yung result ng pre-charge investigation, Your Honor.
And who is conducting the pre-charge investigation?
R7, Your Honor.
The R7. So, si Aruha. So, you are conducting the investigation?
Yes, sir. Already, sir, dinadrap na, sir, yung PCIR, sir. Then, we will submit it to our General Director, sir.
So, in other words, in the process of trying to have a decision
Yes, sir.
on the soonest
Opo.
possible time?
Opo, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Congresswoman Matibag.
Mr. Chair, can you enlighten me? Because from the testimonials of Attorney Melvin Matibag, that there was a investigation made, and actually nag-usap pa sila face to face, right? So I just want to know, Mr. Chair, who would decide kung ang complainant is Attorney Melvin Matibag, or they can actually just decide na sila na yung maging nominal complainant?
It's a good question, no? Maybe the good former general of PNP can answer that.
I think NAPOLCOM will bear me out that if the complainant does not appear to sign his affidavit of complaint, the PNP can act as his nominal complainant. At kasama sa kwan namin yun rule, para hindi matigil yung pag-imbestiga. Yun po yung rule, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, even if nakausap na nila yung main complainant?
Yun yung katanong ko, Mr. Chair. Pwede
Go
bang-
ahead. Go ahead.
R7. Binabanggit ni Attorney Matibag na may mga taong kumausap sa kanya regarding the complaint. And he mentioned 2 names na nakipag-usap sa kanya. Do you know the two personnel?
Sir, they are the personnel of our detective management section, sir.
So, and what was the purpose of their visiting and talking with Attorney Matibag?
The purpose, sir, of that, sir, ay to conduct validation, sir. Conducting validation, sir, nung complaint po, sir.
So, that would have happened from April 5 to April 21.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes po.
Kasi after April 21, tapos na yung validation ninyo.
Yes,
at
sir.
ang nirekomenda nyo sa RD ay mag-conduct ng pre-charge investigation
Yes, sir.
na inumpisahan naman ng May 5 or thereafter.
Yes, sir. Opo. May something, sir.
Kasi May 7 yung una yung notice
May 6, sir. May 6.
May 6.
Yes, sir.
Yung notice. Sigurado ka ba? May 7 yung narinig ko kanina
7.
Mas bata ka naman sa
May
akin.
7, sir. May 7, sir.
Oh, May 7. Di tama ako.
Yes, sir.
And that is a day after the privileged speech of the Honorable Matibag in this Congress.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, pwede kaming mag-isip na ginawa nyo lang yung pag-imbestiga officially after nag-privileged speech si Honorable Matibag.
Afterthought.
Would that be correct?
Bali, sir, yung pong report kay Chief PNP, nag-report na po kami, sir, kay Chief PNP, sir. Bali, sir, yung April 5 to 21, sir, we already nag-action taken po kay sir. Yes, sir.
Yung April 5 to 21, sinabi ko nga sa iyo, at inamin mo naman, Iho, na yun yung pag-conduct ninyo, yung validation na portion. Di ba? So after
Yes, sir.
April 21, may validation report kayo.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Na dapat mag-conduct ng pre-charge investigation.
Yes, sir.
So from
Walang pumili.
April 21, pumunta sa May 5. Yun yung oras ng communication na umabot kay RD. Tama ba, RD? Did you receive the recommendation of R7?
Mr. Chair, can I request for the RD, the PD, the R7, and the HEPE to just sit not together because there've been murmuring since this committee hearing started, Mr. Chair.
First the regional director ng COMELEC to be excused, no? Kasi wala na po sila dito kasi attorney wala. I'm sorry hindi po namin kaya you are now excused, no? Sorry po for staying a little bit longer. So there's a request that pwede po ba yung ibang siguro sila lang doon yung sila R7 saka sila PD sa kabila. On the other side, please.
Nag-usap na nga kayo kahapon eh.
Mr. Chair, may I request for the RD to sit here so I can see him properly?
So, si ano na lang, can you kindly stay put na lang muna dyan, R7, saka si R7, saka sino to? Si PD. PD, dito na kaya. Si, ano na lang, natin si General Lucas na lang po. Alis ka na ba? Thank you, Congressman Paduano. I know you have a flight. So, good luck. Sana hindi, Yung sa region na lang po, yung mga taga-region, dito na sa kaliwa.
And then, Mr. Chair, may I request that the Chief of Police of San Pedro and RD to, or maybe the Chief of Police to sit here beside the NAPOLCOM. Kasi baka nandyan yung asawa niya eh. Mr. Chair, may I ask the body and the RD if the wife of the COP is here in this body?
Is the wife of the Chief of Police of San Pedro? Congressman Matibag, Chief of Police of San Pedro? Are you asking the wife?
Yes, Mr. Chair. She was actually invited in this hearing.
Is she also a
yes,
officer
resource
of
person,
PNP?
yes.
Yes.
Officer din ng PNP. Sa?
Sa region. Administrative voter ng RD.
Okay. Is she here today? RD, andito po ba? Wala dito. Okay.
May I know, Mr. Chair, bakit wala ang wife ni COP when in fact she was actually invited to be one of the resource persons, Mr. Chair?
Please open the mic, RD, please.
Your Honor, she is at present sa Asian Hospital, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, may we request for a medical report to be submitted in the body?
Okay, we will be asking the COMSEC to ask for the explanation on why the wife of the COP is not here and to explain the reason why. Okay.
Mr. Chair, I want to ask the RD, bakit nasa ospital? Yun lang muna. Bakit na ospital? Is this for a check-up? Na emergency ba? Anong nangyayari sa asawa ni Hepe?
Your Honor, meron siyang acute gastroenteritis, Your Honor, based sa medical certificate, Your Honor.
Ano yun, Mr. Chair? LBM?
Can you kindly submit here, RD, the medical report that you were able to secure para makita po namin the reason why? Ano po ba yung acute gastroenteritis? Hindi ako doktor eh. Inflammation of the di ba? Inflammation of the gastro.
Mr. Chair, would you know, RT, kung ano yon in a layman's term, kung ano yung acute gastro?
So, according to this Asian Hospital and Medical Center, the name Christine Al Marie Bergin Balansona is to certify that ganyan. Female, 40, Antipolo City, was examined and treated, confined in the hospital on May 27 to May 28. Acute gastroenteritis.
Mr. Chair.
Say, Congressman Busita, please.
Napansin ko lang po, Mr. Chair, every time na may ini-invite po tayo, laging may medical certificate. And, Mr. Chair, hindi naman tayo kahapon lang ipinanganak and with respect to mga medical doctors, pag nag-approach ka naman sa doktor, sabi mo, masakit yan mo, sakit ang ano mo, siyempre, Mr. Chair, bibigyan po kayo ng medical certificate. And, pwede naman po sabihin nating excuse at totoo nga. May next hearing pa naman po, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, so we will be inviting over in the next hearing the wife of Colonel Valenzuela. So the COMSEC is hereby directed to invite the resource person. Go ahead, Congresswoman Matibag. So who wanted to ask?
Mr. Chair, may I be allowed?
You have the floor.
May I know if the Chief of Police of San Pedro is present?
Sir, magandang hapon po, sir. Present po, sir.
Totoo ba na yung asawa mo naka-assign sa regional headquarters?
Opo, sir.
At totoo ba na naka-confine siya ngayon sa Asian Hospital?
Hindi po, sir. Hindi po, sir.
Akala ko ba may medical excuse siya?
Opo, sir.
Ano talagang, nasaan ngayon yung asawa mo?
Sa ngayon, sir, nasa bahay po, sir.
Nasa bahay. So, she was not confined.
Opo, sir.
And therefore, the doctor is lying. Ganun po ba?
Ang nakalagay dito, Congressman Acop, is this is to certify that Valenzuela Christine was examined and treated / confined in this hospital from May 27 to May 28, 2024. Recommended day of rest 2 days. So, na-discharge siya. So, hindi siya na-confine. Hindi, nakalagay dito, was examined and treated. Tapos, kasi parang may slash eh. So, probably, the best that can answer this is the husband. Kung, kasi ito yung nakalagay dito, pero ang nakalagay kasi is slash eh. So, I don't know what's the interpretation of this. Hindi rin maliwanag yung pagkakabigay nitong medical certificate. Kasi parang, you have to choose eh. Kung examine, treated, confined. Pero nakalagay dito, discharge. So, ibig sabihin, dinischarge siya.
So, hindi na-confine po yung asawa nyo?
Hindi po, sir.
Okay. When were you assigned sa San Pedro Police Station?
October 18 po, sir.
Of?
2023 po, sir.
2023. First question, were you the choice of the mayor?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure? You remember you're under oath. Napag-isip ka?
Opo, sir. Copy po, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Saan yung PD ng Laguna?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Your Honors.
Were you the PD in October of 2023?
No, Your Honor.
No.
I assume January 25.
Would you please provide us a copy of the 5 names submitted by the provincial director to the mayor of San Pedro Laguna?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And would you, nabasa mo na ba yun?
Not yet, Your Honor.
Yes. Kasi I have the feeling na hindi kasama yung pangalan ni Colonel Valenzuela.
Opo, sir.
Yes. Di ba? Sigurado ka, ha?
Yes, sir.
Kasi babalikan kita. Yun sa tanong ko na yun.
Yes.
Now, Artie, do you confirm that? So, bakit ka nagtatanong dun sa sabi mo?
Your Honor, if I may check the records because that is under the provincial director of Laguna, Your Honor.
I agree with that. That is the rule. But according to the information that I have received, then Mayor Mercado did not choose Colonel Valenzuela. That is why I'm asking for the document submitted to the mayor from the 5 names of police officers from where he will choose his chief of police. And that is precisely also the reason why Mayor Mercado initially, since October, was not supportive to the police station of San Pedro Laguna because the chief of police given him was not his choice. Tama ba, chief of police?
Sir, may I ask the repeat of the question po, sir? Pasensya na po, sir.
Okay.
Dahil ikaw ay hindi original na choice ni Mayor Mercado, the mayor is not supporting the police station of San Pedro Laguna fully. Would that be correct?
Ang sinasabi ni, if I may, Congressman Akop,
Yes.
that hindi ka kasama doon sa pagpipilian ni Mayor Mercado doon sa sinubmit. And a while ago kasi, the good gentleman from Antipolo were asking you kung ikaw yung choice. But unfortunately, lumalabas doon sa info ni Congressman Akop, hindi ka kasama doon sa mga choice that was presented to Mayor Mercado. So, you have to answer rightly, kasi you are under oath. Tandaan mo, at si Congressman Akop was asking you kung ikaw yung napili ang kasama ka sa choice. Sabi mo kanina, oo. Pero the reason why Congressman Akop is asking for the documents, baka mahuli ka na nagsisinungaling ka dyan on that matter. So, I hope you understand the query of Congressman Akop.
Yes po, sir.
Naintindihan
Yes
mo.
po,
So,
Mr. Chair.
ang tanong, ikaw ba talaga ang choice ni Mayor Mercado?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. At, kasi doon sa pagtatanong, ay paglalahad at pagtatanong ni Honorable Matibag, saka yung statement ng kanyang mahal na may bahay, nakikita ko na originally, hindi ka personada ni Mayor Mercado. And that is precisely the reason why you're catering to all his wishes. Yun yung kaisipan na nandito sa likuran ng aking ulo. Kaya lahat na sasabihin niya, papagawa sa iyo, gagawin mo. Kasi you're trying to prove na dapat ikaw. When originally, hindi kanya gusto. Tama po ba yung aking analysis, iyo?
No po, sir.
What is no?
Na hindi po ako originally na select ni Mayor, and kaya po ako ay sumusunod sa mga kanyang utos to prove yung aking worthiness na maging kanya pong hepe.
Okay, thank you. R7. Dito ka?
Sir.
Yes. Sinabi mo kanina na malapit na matapos yung inyong pre-charge investigation. Sabi mo kanina, patapos na.
Yes, sir.
Patapos na. Sino ang gumagawa? O gumagawa nung yung report?
Sir, together with me is the pre-charge evaluator, sir.
I beg your pardon?
Together with me, sir, as pre-charge evaluator, sir.
Ikaw ang head.
Yes, sir. So I see, sir.
Ano ang nakalagay sa recommendation nyo?
Sir, hindi pa po nakaka-reach sa office ko, sir, kasi kahapon lang po nag-submit ng counter affidavit, sir, yung pong mga respondent, sir. Bali, sir, dinrap po after pong ma-receive yung mga counter affidavit, sir, ng mga respondents, i-evaluate po, sir, nung ating pre-charge evaluator. Then the pre-charge evaluator will drop the PCIR, sir.
Hindi
And-
ba, Major, May 15 nyo inumpisahan yung pre-charge, tama?
Yes, sir.
At ang dapat nyo unang ginawa ay, number one, i-notify nyo yung complainant para i-affirm niya yung kanyang complaint, right?
Yes, sir.
And at the same time, you provide a copy of that affidavit complaint to all those people who are being charged.
Yes, sir.
So, bakit May 26 lang nyo pinag-submit ng counter affidavit nila?
Yun po yung last day po nila, sir, na mag-submit. Sila po kasi ay na pa-receive natin, sir, ng notification of complaint, if my memory serves me right, sir, May 16.
Attorney Matibag stated a while ago that he has a copy of an unsigned report from R7. I'm asking you now, wala po kayong ginawang report na unsigned?
Negative po, sir.
Negative, okay. So that's on record. Now, we go to the official complaint of the Honorable Matibag. The reprimand of police officers for assisting the Honorable Matibag during a fiesta. And may I ask the Chief of Police whether this is true?
Okay, you are recognized. Please open your mic.
No
Go.
po, sir.
So, walang police na na-reprimand.
Opo, sir.
Opo. In other words, you're saying that the complaint of the Honorable Matibag is not true.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. The other issue raised by the Honorable Matibag is that the intimidation of a barangay captain and his family by arresting him in spite of the fact that he has already posted his bail. Would that be true? Would that be true?
Not true po, sir.
Not true. Wala kayong inaaresto na barangay captain?
Wala.
Natigil lang kaya iho eh.
Opo, sir.
May na-arresto ba kayo na barangay captain sa San Pedro?
Wala po kaming naaresto na barangay captain, sir.
Pero ano yung kinonduct na according sa privilege speech ni Congresswoman Matibag ay pumunta kayo doon sa Barangay San Antonio. Medyo familiar ako sa lugar at kilala ko rin naman yung tao, si Kapitan Jun Inyon. So pumunta kayo doon sa lugar at sinasabi dito that in the allegation of Congresswoman Matibag, sorry, with the indulgence of Congressman Hakop, para lang at least alam, medyo aware yung pinag-uusapan natin kung ano nangyari. So may dumating na mga sasakyan, mga police cars, according sa privilege speech, 30 ba ang dumating? So more or less. So yun yung tinatanong ni Congressman Acop, kung meron kayong ginawang pag-aresto doon sa doon sa sinasabing subject ng warrant of arrest. Meron ba kayong na-aresto?
Wala po kaming naaresto, sir.
Walang na-aresto.
Opo, sir.
But about to be arrested sana.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Congressman Napa, please.
It is on record, kasi I'm basing my questions on the privilege speech of the Honorable Matibag. Yung mga allegations doon.
Opo, sir.
So, it is not true that you have arrested a barangay captain as alleged by the Honorable Matibag.
Yes, sir.
The other issue raised by the Honorable Matibag is that a number of police personnel assigned at the San Pedro Police Station function as personal bodyguards of the local chief executive officer and his family. Would that be true?
Not true po, sir.
Do you provide security to the local executive and his family?
No po, sir.
No, you do not provide any security.
Opo, sir.
Hindi siya humihingi sa'yo.
Humihingi po sir, not for his personal capacity but for some activity, sir.
So for some activity. The other issue raised by the Honorable Matibag is the transport of the election returns to the canvassing center by the Commission on Elections and Department of Education personnel was intervened by the local police. It was said that they tried to deliver the same to City Hall using a private car as ordered by the Chief of Police under the instructions of the local Chief Executive. Do you also deny that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Opo, sir.
So lahat po ng allegations dun sa privilege speech ni Honorable Matibag, wala pong katotohanan.
Opo, sir.
Walang katotohanan.
Yes po, sir.
So in other words, you expect na yung result ng R7 investigation ay walang penalty na i-impose?
Sir,
kasi sabi mo, wala lahat eh. Hindi ginawa lahat ito eh. Yung allegations. So, ibig sabihin, mali yung validation na ginawa ng R7. Dahil yung validation na ginawa ng R7 is based on the complaint filed by Attorney Matibag. At nandito rin sa privilege speech ni Honorable Matibag. So bakit nagrekomenda yung R7 na magkaroon ng pre-charge investigation? Kasi may nakita sila sa validation, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Kasi kung sa validation pa lang, wala silang nakita na ebidensya, kagaya na sinasabi mo, hindi nangyari lahat ito, dapat doon pa lang sa validation, nirekomenda nila sa RD na walang katotohanan lahat to. And therefore, there's no need for a pre-charge investigation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, ibig mo sabihin, mali yung R7?
Sir, I'm not in the position na sumagot, sir.
Who is in a position to answer that?
Sir, yung R7 po, sir.
So, R7, will you please answer that question? Wala. Sabi ng ng Chief of Police, wala raw katotohanan lahat po ng aspeto nung reklamo. But during your validation, you found out that there is reason to conduct a pre-charge investigation. How is that?
R7, please answer.
Bali sir, yun nga po sir ang naging basis, yung result po ng validation para po ma-recommend po namin sila for be subjected to pre-charge investigation.
What is the basis of your pre-charge of recommending a pre-charge investigation? Kung sinasabi ng Chief of Police, wala lahat katotohanan ito.
Some of the allegations may be true, sir. Kaya po conduct po ng pre-charge investigation and it was approved by our regional director, sir.
Hindi ba R7? Pag nag-conduct ka na validation at magre-recommenda ka, dapat may ebidensya ka.
Yes, sir. Meron po.
So, in other words, what you are trying to tell this committee is that merong ebidensya kayo nakita na may katotohanan yung reklamo ni Honorable Matibag contrary to the belief and statements of the Chief of Police. Ganon po bang ibig nyo sabihin?
May possibility po, sir, na true. Kaya po kailangan pong humantong sa next level of investigation, the pre-charge investigation, sir. Okay.
Now, matanong ko po kayo, ano po yung ebidensya ninyo nakalap doon sa first charge? Bakit na-reprimand yung mga pulis na nag-escort kay Honorable Matibag sa isang fiesta celebration?
Sir, maybe I'm not in the position to answer that, sir. Because hindi po kami, sir, yung nagpa-reprimand dyan, sir.
But was it a part of your investigation sa pre-charge? Di ba? Isa to sa mga iniimbestigahan ninyo, di ba?
Yes, sir.
So in accordance with your investigation. Anong tingin niyo doon?
We charged them, sir, for less grave neglect of duty, sir.
Congressman.
Ang tanong ko is, ano ang basihan ninyo na may katotohanan yung charge ni Honorable Matibag na nag-reprimand kayo ng mga police officer na nag-escort sa kanya o nag-provide ng security sa kanya during a fiesta celebration? Yun po yung katanungan ko dahil binasa ko po yung privilege speech ni Honorable Matibag dahil doon ko makikita yung mga charges.
As of now, sir, we are still conducting an ongoing investigation pa, sir. Pero may mga certain statement na, sir, na nakunan, sir.
But you were the one who conducted the validation, tama?
Yung our DMS section, sir. Yes, sir.
Hindi ba kayo rin yun?
Our officer.
O, di, dapat nakita nyo ron na halimbawa walang ebidensya, wala man lang ni katiting na pruweba yung sinasabi ni Honorable Matibag na nag-reprimand kayo ng police officers na nag-provide ng security sa kanya sa fiesta. So if that is not true and you did not have any evidence during that time, kahit sinasama nyo sa investigasyon ninyo.
Yun nga po, sir, umantong na nga po, sir, sa pre-charge investigation, sir. And the result of the pre-charge investigation, sir, doon po natin, sir, malalaman lahat, sir, yung mga ebidensya at doon po natin titimbangin, sir, lahat.
Okay.
If I may, Congressman, konti lang. So, doon sa reprimand that is being investigated by R7, so what happened to that reprimanded official?
Actually, sir, hindi po kami nag-ano ng reprimand. Ang amin pong kinakandak na investigation, sir,
Hindi, tinatanong ko kung ano yung nangyari dun sa ano. Kasi, so, under your investigation, there was an alleged reprimand. Di ba? May ni-reprimand si Hepe. At yun ang niimbestigahan nyo kung talagang ni-reprimand niya. Di ba? Tama?
sa pre-charge investigation, sir, kasama po yun, sir.
Oo. So, what happened to that reprimanded official?
Ongoing pre-charge investigation na nga po, sir, dahil nga po, sir...
Hindi, what I'm trying to ask, kung ano nangyari dun sa reprimanded official. Is he still in the same, or wala na ba siya? O yun ang tinatanong ko po. Andun pa rin siya sa San Pedro or napunta na siya sa region, napunta na siya sa ibang lugar?
Sir, hindi ko po masagot, sir, kasi hindi naman po ako nasa sa San
Mr.
Pedro, sir.
Sige, Congressman na. With indulgence sa Congressman na ako muna.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Kong. Mr. Chair, sabi kanina ni R7 is you charge yung mga security na na-detain, na na-reprimand to a less charge.
Less grave neglect of duty, sir.
So, bakit meron ka na agad na report doon sa mga police when under investigation pa rin yan? Or was this from the HEPE?
Bali, sir, yun po yung result of validation, sir, nung aming DMS.
Result ng validation ninyo?
Yes, ma'am.
Doon. Mr. Chair, I have listed the personnel, the police officers who were at that time in Barangay GSIS securing the vicinity and actually is in the area of their responsibility. So, Mr. Chair, may we call on the policemen who are actually in that vicinity? I think they are present right now.
What are the names of those police officers?
PSSG Dave Kiambao and PSSG Hipol.
Okay, andito pa yung dalawa? Can you kindly sit her in the front? Sige, go ahead, Congresswoman Matibag. Nag-under oath na ba kayo? Nag-take na kayo ng oath? Okay.
Okay, good afternoon, no, PSG. How do you, Sergeant Kiambao and Sergeant Hipol?
May I remind the members of this committee that we have a 1:30 next hearing, but it's already 2 o'clock, so we are still giving another 15 minutes
Yes, yes.
for this issue.
Have you taken your oath, sirs? Okay. Siguro ikwento nyo kung ano ang nangyari, Sergeant Kimbao and Hipol, on that day sa Barangay GSIS na pinag-uusapan natin ngayon.
Good afternoon po, Your Honor. Ang nangyari po doon ma'am, noong November 26, 2023, AOR po namin yung Area of Responsibility. Nagkakandak po kami daily ng police visibility, police assistance, establishment vegetation. Nung araw na yon, sakay po kami ng mobile namin. Punta kami ng Barangay GSIS na nasakupan namin. Nakita po piyesta po ng 40th Christ the King. Nakita po namin nung nagpapatrolya kami na may traffic po. Ngayon ang ginawa po namin, bumaba po kami sa mobile namin at nag-conduct po kami ng traffic para maibsan po. At namataan po namin na nandun si Congresswoman Ann Matibag at ang kanyang asawa na si Atty. Matibag. At yun lang po ang aming ginawa po. Ano lang po kami ng traffic po. Nag-assist lang po para lumuwag po. Yun lang po, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Chair, bakit nung after how many minutes, bigla kayong nawala? Doon sa Barangay GSIS during that festivity?
Ma'am, pumunta naman po kami sa ibang nasakupan namin na area po, ma'am, na barangay.
Pumunta kayo doon on your own volition or may tumawag sa inyo na umalis kayo on that vicinity?
Wala pong tumawag, ma'am. Umalis na po na agad kami, ma'am. Nag-ikot naman po kami sa ibang area po namin.
Pero during that time na nasa area of responsibility kayo, is it correct that you have already submitted a report in your CTREP?
Yes,
that you
ma'am.
are in that AOR?
Yes, Your Honor. Nag-submit po kami, ma'am.
Mr. Chair, may we have a copy of that report?
Kindly submit to us the report that the good gentlewoman is asking.
Nasa nasa cellphone po, sir. Sa Viber po namin eh.
Yes,
Kindly submit in the next hearing.
Yes.
Thank you, Sergeant Kimbao. How about Sergeant Hipol? Can you narrate to us what happened on that day?
Good afternoon po, Your Honor.
Before you proceed, the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of my co-chair in the next issue, Chairman Bienvenido Abante.
Yun po, Your Honor. Nung November 26 po, abang nagpapatrolling po kami, ayun po, sa barangay na nasasakupan po namin, may nakita po kaming maraming tao. Ngayon po, nung nakita po namin na maraming tao, nagsuggest po kaming tatlo nila Sir Kalugdan at saka ni Sir Kimbao na bumaba para ayusin yung traffic. Nakita din po namin, ginawa po namin, nag-C-trip po kami para po maiba to sa Viber po namin. Ngayon po, namataan po namin, nandun po si Atty. Melvin Matibag tsaka si Congresswoman Ann Matibag. Ngayon po, wala naman po kaming pakay na kahit ano po. Kaya po nag-C-trip po kami at binato po namin sa Viber po namin. After po nung medyo naibsa na po yung traffic, ayun po, continuous po kami ng patrolling namin sa tatlong barangay. Yung barangay San Antonio, barangay Sampaguita, tsaka barangay GSIS. After po nun, ayun po yung nangyari sa nung araw na yun.
Nung nag-report kayo ng C-trip, Mr. Chair, ano ang nauna? Yung pag-report niyo ng C-trip or yung moment na nakita niyo kami na nandun sa vicinity, Mr. Chair?
Your Honor, nauna po yung C-trip po namin bago po yung nakita po namin kayo. Kasi naibato na po namin yung po namin activity po.
And then after that in Barangay GSIS, pumunta na kayo sa Pasita and sa San Antonio to do your rounds. Okay. So, Mr. Chair, ngayon, bakit nawala ka sa San Pedro? Bakit na-detain ka to another city in Binyan. Am I correct?
Your Honor, ano po, hindi ko po alam. Kasi po nung after po kasi noon, nalipat po kami ng PAC base. Yun po, nalipat po kami ng Pasita. After po nung December 27 po, hindi ko po alam, may lumabas po na order. Napalipat po ako ng Binyan. Hindi ko po alam kung bakit po nagkaroon ako ng order.
Hindi kaya na-reprimand ka ni Hepe?
Hindi ko po alam, Your Honor.
Dahil sa... Hindi,
Mr. Chair, no, huwag po kayong matakot kung ano yung gusto nyo nga sabihin. Sa katotohanan lang tayo. Mr. Chair, I know Sergeant Hipol here has affidavit of what really happened. Ano? So, may we ask for that affidavit?
Yung ginawa po natin. Your Honor, nasa cellphone po namin. Yung affidavit po namin na ginawa, ayun din po yung pinasa po namin nung that time nung pinasa po namin sa S7 po.
Sa R7 yung affidavit. May pinasa kayo sa R7 affidavit? R7? Will you confirm that
S7 po.
Ha?
S7, that time po S7 po.
Did they submit their affidavit?
Opo.
Will you confirm? Meron?
Yes, Your Honor po, sa R7 at saka sa S7 po, nag-conduct sila ng investigation.
Please submit to us your, para makita po namin. Congressman Busita, with the indulgence of Congresswoman Matibag, will you allow the good gentleman? Congressman Busita, you are allowed. You are recognized.
Mr. Chair, quick query lang and interpellation for Patrolman Hipol and Yambao. Mr. Chair, Patrolman Hipol, clarify ko lang, from San Pedro Police Station, na-transfer kayo to Binyan City Police Station, tama?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, pwede po bang pag-submitin natin ang explanation ng Chief of Police? I think, no, Provincial Director of Laguna PPO. Bakit po na-transfer si Patrolman Hipol and Patrolman Kiambao?
Your Honor, si Patrolman Hipol lang po ang na-transfer lang po.
Patrolman Hipol. Kasi, Mr. Chair, matagal nang malpractice yan sa PNP, yung bang tinatransfer ka na lang ng hindi mo alam kung bakit. Pero tanungin po natin, Mr. Chair, Patrolman Hipol, may idea ka ba kung bakit ka na-transfer?
Your Honor, wala po.
Wala. So, dapat po may correct na yan eh. Parang pag naibulong ka, sisibaking ka na lang. So, pag ganyan po mangyari, matatakot na yung police natin na magtrabaho ng tama. So, in fairness naman po, Mr. Chair, sa Provincial Director of Laguna, pwede po bang mag-explain, mag-submit po ng written explanation ang Provincial Director of Laguna? Ano ang dahilan at na-relieve po sa San Pedro City Police Station si Patrolman Hipol from San Pedro CPS to Binyan CPS, Mr. Chair?
Okay. So, if there was indeed, I will recognize Congressman Akop, if there was really indeed a, what do you call this, reprimand, no? And the allegation of Congresswoman Matibag is right, medyo bad practice yan sa ating mga PNP. And it is an abuse of power. No? We hope that it is not true. But if it's true, we need to penalize somebody. Di ba? If there was really a penalty like this, ginagawa yung ating pong mga PNP on the ground. Di ba? So, before I recognize si Ann Matibag. So kung Agop, are you done with your
Mr. Chair, yun lang po request ko, manifestation ko to direct.
So that is a manifestation. Yeah,
yes,
okay.
Mr. Chair, to direct the Provincial Director of Laguna PPO to submit written explanation.
Okay, yeah. Yes, so
for the transfer
PD,
of
you want to answer back?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
If I
sige,
may
go
say-
ahead. Para at least 5 minutes na lang tayo. mga
Yes, Your
kapatid.
Honor. Indeed, we have here a reassignment order of Patrolman Hipon from San Pedro to Binyan, dated December 27 and effective December 28. Which in fact, I am not yet the provincial director, so I had to investigate this matter and allow the former director to explain the reasons why this reassignment order was issued, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, in the interest of time, submit na lang po sila ng
Paki-submit na lang kasi medyo
written explanation, Mr. Chair.
we need to wrap up our hearing on this issue, and most likely we will inject again this on the issue of Congressman Suarez. So, Congressman Ako, please.
Thank you. Yung dalawa, na-reprimand ba kayo?
No, Your Honor.
Yung isa. Were you ever reprimanded?
No po, Your Honor.
No. Ikaw lang ang na-transfer.
Yes po, Your Honor.
From Binyan, from San Pedro to Binyan City.
Yes po.
Kailan po yun?
Nung na-transfer po ako, December 27 po.
December 27,
2023 po.
2023. Pagkatapos nung pangyayari?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Yes. Na-transfer ka after yung incident na sinasabi ni Honorable Matibag.
Yes po.
Yes. PD Laguna, who issued the order ng pag-transfer sa kanya?
Your Honors, the provincial director, with the official of, with his official, the acting Chief Provincial Administrative Resource Management Unit, Police Major Melencio Arcita Jr., sir, dated December 27, 2023, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, may I move that we invite the former provincial director who allegedly issued the order transferring subject PNP personnel from San Pedro to Binyang. PD,
Yes, Your Honor.
ilan ang population ng San Pedro?
As per record, Your Honor, population of PNP, Your Honor.
Hindi, San Pedro lang.
San Pedro. Dapat alam mo yun at the tip of your fingers.
We have 132 PNP personnel, Your Honor.
Hindi, population.
Hindi,
ang binabanggit.
population.
More or less, mga 450,000.
320,000, Your Honor.
Ano?
320,000, Your Honor.
The population? Hindi, ang population ng San Pedro is more than 400,000. Di ba?
Baka voting population yung sinasabi mo, magkaiba yung population at saka voting population. So, ano ang population ng San Pedro?
Kasi in the last election, we have like one,
Yung
Congressman
COP,
ako.
alam mo?
COP, please answer.
Yes, sir. 326,000
Ang population.
Opo, sir.
Ang voting population is 100, ano? Kasi ang voting population na natin is already 180 ata eh. Ha? 184 na ang voting population eh. So tapos, okay, possible pala. Sige, go ahead, Congressman Akop.
PD Laguna, what is the population of Binyang?
Check.
Alam po ninyo, kaya ako tinatanong ito dahil wala kayong may provide na dahilan kung bakit rinatransfer nyo yung isang pulis from San Pedro to Binyan City. Now, pag rinatransfer nyo yung isang pulis, magmula sa isang bayan na nangangailangan ng kapulisan, sa isang lugar na hindi nangangailangan ng kapulisan, may diferensya. Di po ba? So I'm asking you, what is the population of the city of Binyan?
Your Honor, 407,000.
407,000.
7,000, Your Honor.
Now, what is the number of police force in San Pedro?
For the police force of San Pedro, Your Honor, is 132.
132.
With that includes the 7 NUP, Your Honor.
Yes. How about the city of Binyan? Oh, alam mo yung San Pedro, hindi mo alam yung Binyan?
I'm not sure of the exact number, but it's about 140 personnel, Your Honor.
100?
40, Your Honor. More or less, Your Honor.
So, you cannot make that as a reason para transfer yung isang tao from San Pedro to Binyan. Kasi halos magkalapit lang iho eh. Di ba?
I agree with that, Your Honor.
Yes. You are the provincial commander during that time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yung na-transfer, taga saan ka?
Your Honor, taga Valenzuela City po. NCR po.
Valenzuela City. Pero dito ka sa Region 4A nakadistino.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Diyan ka ba sa Region 4A na recruit?
Yes po.
Yes. Thank you. So, wala akong makita na dahilan kung bakit nyo ito na-transfer siya from San Pedro to Binyang. Kasi this should be the official reason why you should be transferring members of the police force from one unit to another unit kung kailangan yung police doon sa lugar na yon.
I agree, Your Honor.
Kasi mag-isa lang siya eh. Di ba? And, Mr. Chair, Attorney
Yes.
Matibag is raising his
Attorney Matibag, you are recognized, please.
In the spirit also of transparency, maganda po yung, I admire your questioning eh. I might give a reason kung bakit po. Have to be transparent kung bakit inilipat. Kasi po, inaanak namin sa kasal tong si Paul eh. And there were report already coming to us na nung nakita na nag-escort sa amin, this is not validated. Was told to me by somebody na kasama rin nila na dahil inaanak ka sa kasal, ang amo lang natin dito yung mayor, walang congressman sa atin. Ha? So actually, I was expecting si Private Paul at si Sergeant Kiambao to tell the right story what happened in GSIS because I was there. They were there in patrol doing their job. Nakita kami sa area of responsibility nila. Nung nakitang nandun kami, they did their job by doing the crowd control, hindi para mag-escort sa amin because meron naman pong naka-assign na PSPG kay Congresswoman eh. At saka hindi naman po namin ni-request. But apparently, nandun naman sa affidavit din yan na may tumawag. Yun din po yung pinag-practice nila kahapon eh. There is an anonymous report daw na nagsabi na nag-escort sa amin yung mga pulis, pinatawag. And they were castigated by the chief of police. Na hindi kayo pwedeng mag-escort dyan. Ang amo lang na human. Yun na po siguro yung na he's getting the eye of the mayor para he got the good side. Report is hindi po few minutes after few hours saka sila nawala bigla. We didn't even notice na nawala po sila, Mr. Chair. Dumating na lang sa amin yung report, tinapon sila sa Pasita at ang kasunod na nga yung inaanak namin sa kasal na si Paul, tinapon sa Binyan. So yun lang po yung gusto kong i-share. Probably it will help the good congressman from Antipolo doon po sa sinasabi niya. And I apologize for batting in doon po
No
sa
problem.
Maraming salamat po, Mr.
Thank you so
Chair.
much, Attorney
point, Mr. Chair.
Melvin. So go ahead, you can proceed again, Congressman Acop.
May I move, Mr. Chair, that Attorney Melvin Matibag submit to this committee the unsigned report that he mentioned in his statement?
So the resource speaker is directed to give us the copy nung unsigned recommendation. Yes, thank you so much.
I will print it on forward.
Is that?
I forwarded the the message to the chairman already, but I will also make a printed copy.
Is this the,
Wala pong pirma, pero yan po yung may report to.
Ito yung may Joselito Araha?
Opo.
Okay. Kanina pa ako nagwa-wonder anong to. So, I got the report from Joselito Araha. In this regard, if I may read, in this regard, the Rec Admin PNCO of San Pedro, CCPS, to report before the Pre-Charge Evaluation Investigation Section of the Regional Investigation Detective Management on May 22, 2024 at exactly 1 p.m. for clarificatory inquiry. Pero walang signature. So probably I will give a copy to all the members of this committee. Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Tapusin muna natin si Congressman hindi pa tayo next issue, Congressman Abante.
Gusto ko lang...
Sige, tapusin lang natin si Congressman.
Gusto ko lang tanungin.
Will you allow?
Kasi, motion lang
tapos na siya. Sige, Congressman ako, please.
May I move, Mr. Chair, that we invite Barangay Captain Inyon to the next hearing?
Yes, so there's a motion that we invite the barangay captain of Barangay San Antonio, San Pedro City, in the name of Jun Inyon. Is there a second motion?
Second.
Duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved. Okay, next.
Chief of Police, do you have a certain police corporal Taginan under your jurisdiction?
Taginan, none po, sir.
Wala.
Opo, sir.
Walang police corporal Taginag.
Taginag, sir. Wala po, sir.
Wala. Okay. That would be all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you so much, Congressman Akop. So,
Yeah, Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang tanungin si Atty. Matibag.
use the mic.
Wala. Ito. Gusto ko lang tanungin si Atty. Matibag. Ito yung nagsabi na hindi pwedeng bigyan to si Congresswoman ng kundi mayor lang. Sino po nagsabi no?
Yung chief of police po. In fact, we confronted him. Kaharap po si PD. Magkakaharap kami.
Yung chief of police nagsabi?
Opo.
Anong karapatan niya magsabi noon? Tinanong niyo?
Meron po yatang mga matataas na opisyal na nakapatong sa kanya. Yun po haka-haka ko.
Mr. Chair, it is the Philippine National Police who is providing escort and security to the congressman. It's not the local police. So kung meron mang mas mataas sa kanya, ay hindi dapat yan because it is the duty of the Philippine National Police to secure our government officials like Congressman.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much. That is...
Mr. Chair.
Sige, Congressman Busita, you are recognized. And then after that, last word coming from Congressman Matibag. Go ahead, Congressman Busita.
COP.
Yes, sir.
According to Atty. Matibag, kinumpronta kanya about this issue. Is it true or not?
True, sir.
So, anong sabi mo anong sinabi mo kay dito kay Patrolman Hipon? Okay, simplihan na lang natin. At yung oras natin. Yung sinasabi ni Atty. Matibag na may statement kang binitawa na hindi sila pwedeng mag-secure ng security kay Congresswoman Matibag kasi parang ang sinasabi natin na pinaka-boss mo lang doon yung COP. Yung mayor, sorry. Totoo ba? Hindi?
Hindi po totoo, sir.
So, are you telling us na nagsisinungaling si Atty. Matibag?
Opo, sir.
Nagsisinungaling. So, kulang yung oras natin May next hearing pa naman Imbestiga natin yan. And take note, COP, under oath kayo. Alam mo yan?
Opo, sir.
Again, nagsisinungaling si Atty. Matibag.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next hearing na lang tayo. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so before we recognize the last statement of Congresswoman Matibag, you want to say something before I recognize Congressman Matibag, Attorney Melvin Matibag? So,
Mr. Chair, manifest lang po ako, sir. Pa-clarify lang po, sir, yung query ng ating Congressman Akop regarding dun sa tao ko yung Taginay. Kasi meron pong katunog po sa amin, Tuginay. Corporal Tuginay. Female po yun, sir.
Okay.
May I move, Mr. Chair, that
to invite that? Okay, we will be inviting that over. Thank you for the clarification. Attorney Matibag, you have the floor.
Well, salamat po, Chairman and Congressman Busita doon sa question But at the end of the day, the truth will prevail in this committee hearing, no? I will just cite circumstances to prove na yung behavior ng chief of police namin is something that is not really acceptable. Ilang chief of police po yung dumaan na mula nung nanungkulan yung aking may bahay. From the time na board member siya, si Colonel Mendoza went to the office of Congresswoman to give a courtesy call. Pinalitan po ito ni Lieutenant Colonel Haka. Pumunta rin po kay Congresswoman at nag-courtesy call upang malaman kung paano magtutulungan. Pinalitan po ni Colonel Haka, ang pumalit po kay Colonel Haka, the late Lieutenant Colonel Isidro Aclan, yung pong namatay na hepe ng pulis ng San Pedro. Nagpunta rin po, nag-courtesy call, nagpakilala at binigay ang credential. Sumunod po na hepe ng pulis si Colonel Legion, yung pong naimbestigahan dito din na natanggal na sa serbisyo. Pumunta rin po kay Congresswoman at nakipagtulungan, humingi ng tulong. Nung pong dumating si Lieutenant Colonel Valenzuela, ni minsan po, hindi po pumunta at nakipag-usap despite our appeal na sana man lang makipag-usap. Nakaharap lang po namin siya, kaharap yung hepe ng yung provincial director, so utos po ni RD nakausapin para idulog namin personally sa kanya lahat ng sasabihin. And I think the provincial director can validate what I'm saying. Ang sabi ni provincial director Unos, sabihin nyo lahat ng sasabihin nyo para marinig sa inyo kung ano yung dapat marinig. At sinabi po namin lahat. And to our surprise, ang sagot lang niya, hindi po totoo yan, baka nakikinig lang kayo sa mga chismis-chismis. But you know, words are nothing compared to actions. Nakakapagtaka naman na ikaw naging hepe ng pulis sa isang lugar, kahit nga sa barangay captain, pumupunta ka para makipag-coordinate. And I admire his classmate of class 2006, the chief of police of Binyan. Nagulat kami na siya humingi ng oras para makipag-courtesy call kay Congresswoman at sabihin na hindi man po ako taga San Pedro pero yung border po natin magkadikit, baka po magkatulungan tayo. So I'm just wondering. And ako po, may kanya-kanya tayong pagkukulang at kasalanan, but I'm no liar. Hindi po ako sinungaling. I'm a lawyer, not a liar. Kaya, hepe, alam mo kung ano yung sinasabi mo. At alam mo yung sinabi mo kay Private Paul na walang congressman. At ang sinasabi mo pa, wala naman nasa pwesto yung si Atty. Matibag. Wala nang asim yan. Eh meron naman tayong mga boss na pumuproteksyon sa atin. At pinagmamalaki siyempre, nandoon sa office ng regional director yung kanyang may bahay. So yun lang po yung sasabihin ko. And I think with the help of this committee, I submit and I'm thankful and I know that truth will prevail later on. Salamat po.
Colonel Valenzuela, is this your personality to not give due course of trying to give respect to the different assignments that you have? Have you been in the different district of the country wherein you serve as a chief of police? Hindi ka ba talaga nagko-courtesy call sa mga nakaupong mga representatives of your area of assignments?
No, no sir. Nagko-courtesy call po, sir.
But in this situation, in this area, you never try to reach out to Congresswoman Matibag?
Isang beses lang po, sir.
That
we talk, sir, sa may Starbucks sa may toll gate ng San Pedro.
Nagkausap. Gawa ni PD. That is the reason why you were able to meet each other.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, Congressman Bante.
I just would like to make a manifestation here. No, there is a memorandum coming from the National, Director General, that every chief of police should always go to the congressman for consultation. At distrito ko, Colonel Valenzuela, 3 ang station commander. mga colonel din, all of these 3 station commanders came to me to discuss things with me, to consult with me. Oo, sapagkat Loka, pag hindi nakipagkonsulta yan, papalitan ko yan. Papalitan ko yan. Do you realize, Colonel Valenzuela, that the congressman can actually ask for your relief in the city? Do you realize that, Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr.
So
Chair,
I hope that
Yes.
you will perform the memorandum given to you to visit the congresswoman for
Okay.
consultation.
Before I recognize Congressman Akop, briefly lang, Congressman Akop.
yes, hindi po niya alam, Chairman Benny, yun. Na, dahil yun nga yung sinabi ko kanina nung wala po kayo, he is trying to please the local chief executive dahil hindi siya ang original na choice. Yun naman ang katotohanan. Kaya pag na-approve ko yun, iho, may kalalagyan ka. Kaya yun ang tanong ko sa iyo. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
We're not trying naman to compel.
Mr.
Excuse
Chair.
me. Before I recognize Congressman Busita, we're not trying to compel all the chief of police of different sa mga district namin to have a courtesy call on us. But because we are all serving our respective area of responsibility, is incumbent upon all the government officials to meet, di ba? And to have a sort of evaluation and assessment of the area of our own district para sa ganon maging maayos po yung ugnayan ng kapulisan at ng ating pong mga representante sa Kongreso. With that, may it be clarified sa ating mga PNP COP that are being assigned to the different cities or district na to have that sort of courtesy, hindi dahil we wanted na pumunta kayo sa amin, but to consult yung mga bagay na maaari nating pagsamahan para sa kabutihan ng ating nasasakupan. Yun lang naman ang gusto ng mga representante ng kongresong ito. So with that, we will have the last words coming from Congresswoman
Mr. Chair, may
Matibag.
plea lang po.
Ay, Congressman Busita pala. Sige, go ahead.
Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang itanong sa COP, ilang months na po kayo na Chief of Police ng San Pedro?
7 months po, sir.
7 months. Ano po ang dahilan at hindi kayo nag-courtesy call sa Congresswoman ng area ninyo?
Yes, sir. Hindi po ako nagkaroon ng mga pagkakataon na makapag-reach out.
COP, lying ka. Lying ka. May next hearing pa. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Congresswoman Matibag, please.
Mr. Chair, thank you. So, sa nangyayari ngayon, Mr. Chair, in this committee, I have noticed that maybe the NAPOLCOM could review and investigate on this because this is in Region 4A. Napakalaki po ng region namin. Ang dami sa Lucena na ang hepe, ganyan yung mga actuations na. But then, we have to follow the principle of command responsibility. Asa na si PD? Lalong-lalo na asa na ang RD? RD, I don't want to believe na ang taas ng tingin mo sa pwesto mo kaysa sa pwesto ko. O dahil ba tao mo ang asawa nito ni Hepe Valenzuela? So siguro NAPOLCOM, I'm seeking your help to investigate on this matter. Maybe dapat isama na rin natin ang pag-investigate sa command responsibility and sa mga ginagawa ni RD. You are tolerating your hepe. Kanina yung tao being nanay, pati yung isa na witness ni Diaz Suarez, hindi ako nakatulog, Mr. Chair. Upon seeing before my eyes na may mga ganyang sitwasyon. Hepe, PD, RD, subukan yung gawin yan sa San Pedro. Subukan nyo lang gawin yan sa San Pedro. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, may we request also to be subpoenaed documents, letters, request of Mayor Mercado for the security, complete with venue, time, and date. And then the affidavits of the police officers submitted to R7, especially to R7 Araha.
So all the documents that
Thank you, Mr.
being
Chair.
asked by Congresswoman Matibag be complied with. With that, we will be dwelling on the next issue. Ano?